What was your favorite scene? I'll do that
Okay.
first. Um, I really struggled with finding a scene that I liked a lot. There were moments that I really liked where they were like having conversations with each other. The moments I
Exactly.
think when they were at the police station, that was a good moment. That was a pretty good scene when they couldn't pronounce the Schlitlings
Yeah.
name. There was a couple of like back and forth, and it reminded me a lot of the first scenes of pretty much every episode of Schitt's Creek,
Okay.
where they just put everybody in a room
Hey,
and then they
John.
just bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce,
Which is
and then they get out.
have you finished that show, by the way?
We're on like season 3 or 4, and
It's pretty. It grows on you, doesn't it?
it's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Alexis has really grown on me too. But yeah,
It gets its
like
legs after the first season.
the first scene of almost every episode of that is just like they all get in a room and just chaos happens.
Yeah,
And there were some great moments in this film of the same exact thing.
yeah.
So it was hard for me to break down a scene, but I thought those were the best parts.
One of my favorite scenes is the scene on the airplane where Paul is. Like, you got Josh Brolin's character, and then you got Patricia Arquette, and he's like, telling her how to don't feed the baby this way. And then Paul comes to try to sit down, and they're like, "Hey, Paul, we need that for the baby to stretch out. Would you mind sitting with, Mel and the other lady?" So Paul goes back there. He goes to sit down. She says, "Hey, Paul, would you mind not sitting there?" So Paul gets up to find another place. The stewardess walks and says, "Hey, sir, you're going to have to sit down." So every time he's trying to sit down, he can't find a place to sit. It's just about a 30-second scene, but it always makes me smile. And then the part near the end where the Schlickling's son, the other son, puts like what is it, some kind of paint or something on the food?
Yeah, it's like it's
Some kind of a drug?
LSD, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah,
So when
some
he
kind of
puts it on
LSD.
there, they're like, "You did what?" And that's when I'm like, "Wow, these people really are, they into drugs, like
Yeah,
into
they're like high quality.
yes." And then they like fold up all the stuff. It's like they've done this before. So I was like, "That's the chaos you were talking about." And I thought that was I thought the last act of the movie was well. I thought it wrapped up pretty decently. I was
Yeah,
pleased.
yeah, I would definitely agree with that.